What's going on, everybody? Shane Sams here from the Flipped Lifestyle Podcast and flippedlifestyle.com. Joining you maybe on your lunch break, or maybe it's just later in the day. Maybe it's earlier in the day. I don't know what time zone you're in, but we are live on Facebook to talk about pricing strategy and a money mindset. And the reason I want to talk about this is because a lot of issues about money and mindset have come up lately in the Flip Your Life community. And we've had a ton of talk about pricing strategies. And this is something that holds a lot of people back. You know, the questions like, what am I worth? Can I really charge this? Should I raise my prices? And we see a lot of people tiptoeing into pricing strategies, tiptoeing up to the wall and getting blocked by that money mindset. And this actually came to a head in a really specific example in the last 24 hours with a Flip Your Life community member. So what we want to talk about today is how to get past this money mindset that's holding you back and how to price your products and actually charge what you're worth. So in the Flip Your Life community, we have forums and people post questions in there. And one of the recent questions was from a really outstanding longtime member, and she wanted to start a Patreon page. And for those of you who don't know what Patreon is, it is a system where you can get people who consume your content to basically support you, to pay you money without necessarily having to sell them a product. So the value is your free content, and they want you to keep doing the free content, so they support you on this system called Patreon. It's like patreon.com, Patreon, okay? And it comes from the old patrons back in like the Renaissance. You know, you had people like Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci and all these people. Well, they didn't get to do all their art and science for free. They had to have a patron. This was usually like a prince or a king or somebody else that would pay for them to do their work. And in exchange for that, they would kind of, you know, give the king value. Maybe they would, you know, find a planet through the telescope, name it after the king's son or something. So Patreon is a way that creators can get paid by the people that consume or use their content. So this member of the Flip Your Life community, she wanted to start a Patreon page. And we were like, yeah, go for it. She has a little bit of a podcast audience. A lot of people love her show. She's not really going hardcore into selling stuff just yet. She's got some stuff for sale, but she said, hey, I just wonder if people would support me because a lot of people love my show. So she starts her Patreon page, and we're sitting there doing it, and she finally comes back in and makes the post, hey, I took action. Hey, I did it. I set up my Patreon page for $1 a month, $1 a month. And I looked at this and I'm like, is that all you value yourself at, is $1 a month? And I just couldn't take it. So I reached out to her with a private message and I said, hey, you know, I really believe you need to raise your prices. You need to charge more because you're worth more than $1. You are worth infinitely more than $1. You are putting your heart and soul into this amazing podcast. And her podcast is about helping parents be better parents, right? It's helping parents, like, you know, get over their insecurities about parenthood and being better moms and being better dads. And like, there could be no more podcast worth any more than that. That's so valuable. And she's really helping people. And I said, you can't do this. You can't just charge $1 a month. That is fear holding you back. That is a money mindset that you're questioning if you're worth charging, if you're only going to charge $1 a month. And I wrote down on the message, I said, I'm challenging you to go into that Patreon page right now, and I want you to change all of that so that you're charging more money. I want you to create different tiers, okay? I want you to charge at least $1 an episode, right? Maybe $5 an episode, maybe $100 a month or whatever. And I challenge you to do that right now. And so this member said, okay, I'll do it. So she goes in and she changes the price and she sets up all these levels. And I go into the forums today and I see a new post from this member. And she had went in and changed it, and she had created a $100 an episode tier where someone could literally 4 times a month, if they wanted to, every time she hits publish, they give her $100. And within 24 hours of her taking it up my challenge and taking it go in and making it go in there, she got a supporter at $100 a podcast episode. $400 a month if she does 4 podcasts a month, just because she went out there with courage and said, hey, this is what I'm worth. If you want to support me, then do it. She didn't put her bias on anybody else. She didn't assume that somebody couldn't afford that level. She just put it out there, and she gave people an opportunity to do that, and they paid her. They did it. They took advantage of it, all because she confidently broke through that money mindset and said, hey, I'm going to give people the opportunity to support me at this level. And money mindsets hold so many people back from making money online, and especially making a lot of money online or earning a full-time living online. When Jocelyn and I started our business, we were the same way. We were tiptoeing into it a couple months in, like, what should we charge? And, we did the classic, oh, here's my 99-cent ebook, right? I mean, how many 99-cent ebooks do you have to sell before you can put food on the table and pay your electric bill, right? That's a lot of 99-cent ebooks, okay? And then we said, oh, here's our video course. We'll charge $29. Ugh, how many $29 do you have to make? How many courses do you have to sell before you can, buy school clothes for your kids and, pay your Netflix bill or whatever, Like, you can't make a living like that. Even when Jocelyn created an entire year of library lesson plans and started selling that to library teachers, we still were nervous. I mean, Jocelyn put her heart and soul into this business and created like 200 lesson plans, a whole year of lesson plans. And the first time we ever sold it, we charged $79. $79 is all we charged. A year of work, a year of effort, and we charged $79. And then we had a mentor that said the same thing that I'm saying to you right now. You're worth way more than $79. That product is worth way more than $79. And he actually told us to double our prices. Well, as we were coming home from meeting with this mentor, we actually looked at each other and we said, hey, this is worth more than double. It's worth triple, quadruple. This is 5 times more valuable than what we're actually charging for it. So we changed the price from $79 to almost $500, and we sold more copies. And it was the first time we ever made over $100,000 in a single month, all because we didn't do anything different. We didn't create anything new. All we did was change our price. And we said, this is how valuable this is. We value this. And when we value it, you value it, so you pay for it, right? And that's what happened. If you won't value yourself at more money, at a higher rate, then nobody else will either. So you've got to value yourself, what you're actually worth, and you've got to let the marketplace decide if they want to pay it. Once we saw those lesson plans blow up, I looked at my playbook. I was selling this playbook for like $19. And then I thought, wait a minute, if I just record some videos and put them in a community, then why couldn't I charge $199 and then $39 a month to keep access to it? So you had to pay to get it, and then you had to pay $39 a month to stay in it. And we, again, sold more copies, made thousands of dollars, and got all these people paying this membership price for a playbook that I was charging $19 for, because it was worth more. And my own mindset was keeping me from seeing the actual value of that. How valuable is a coach going from 3-7 to 7-3, right? How valuable is it for a school to make the playoffs because they use this information? It's infinitely valuable, but I couldn't see it because I was holding myself back. And I was like, oh, well, I'm not worth that. Or another trap is, well, I wouldn't pay that. It doesn't matter what you would pay. It matters what the market will pay. Someone out there will pay you what you're worth if you'll just charge what you're worth. So just like this member did when she came into the community and said, hey, I started my Patreon at $1 a month, and I challenged her to raise her prices, to go raise her value. And within 24 hours, she thought she was only worth $1 a month. And someone said, I'll give you $100 an episode. I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you right now to look at what you're already charging for your products and raise your prices. Go raise them 25%. Here's the thing. If it doesn't work, you can change them back. Nobody knows. Nobody's paying attention. Nobody's going to remember. You can always change them back. If you're not creating any content right now, you don't know if people are going to give you their time and attention. You need to go create something. If you're not selling anything, but you're writing a blog, doing a podcast, making a YouTube channel, doing Facebook Lives, then you need to go stick a price tag on something, and it better not be 99 cents an ebook, because that is not how you make a living online. And you need to raise your prices, you need to charge more, and you need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, my experience is worth something. My life is worth something, and it's sure as heck more than worth $1 a month. Okay. So start a Patreon, sell a product, take the things you're already selling and double your prices. I dare you to do that. You're going to see that you're going to get results. People are willing to pay more. And maybe the people who are following you now are not willing to pay the new price. That's easy. Go find new people that are. There's 7 billion people on the planet. You can find 100 people to give you $100 a month and make $10,000 a month. Okay. If you try to make a living off $1 a month, you're going to have to go find 10,000 people to give you that dollar. Okay. And they're not going to see the value in it, because just like, we take $1, we take something worth $1, like a Happy Meal toy. Where's all your kids' Happy Meal toys? They're in the trash. You know why? Because they're barely worth $1. People don't value things that are that cheap. So you need to charge more. Don't cheapen yourself. Okay. All right. So I was fired up today because a Flip Your Life member took action, gave people the opportunity to pay her more. And instead of $1 a month, she got $100 an episode from a patron. So what are you going to do? What are you going to change? What are you going to sell in the next 24 hours that's going to make a difference in your online business, that's going to change your life and change your family's future? Okay. Just remember, you are infinitely more valuable than you think you are. You just have to go charge it, and you'll see it's going to happen. Okay. So flip your money mindset, and you'll probably flip your life. All right. I'm out. See you later. Gotta go. Bye.